Hi, this is Miranda from My Scrappy Life and welcome back to my channel. This is a process video for, obviously, as you can tell, stretch to sketch. And the sketch is up there in the corner, and I have used this sketch multiple times. I absolutely love this sketch. It's one of my favorites. And I am going to stretch it to a 2-page spread. The photos you will see here shortly. It is of when I had to go into some closed door meetings with Senator Ossoff out at Fort Gordon. And after the last meeting I met with him, we were able to get photos and all of that stuff. So that is what these photos are about. You can tell that there are some photos of where I am talking, and then there's some photos of just him and I. We've got him in a sense to where I absolutely love. He is a very generous man. He's really nice, and I would hands down meet with him again if I had to for whatever reason. So here I am going to spread this out. Now I do follow the sketch very closely when I spread this out, but I do change up a little bit of how the papers and the photos land, along with how I'm having them laid. So I am kind of doing a monochromatic. So there was a challenge over at my Facebook group, My Scrappy Life, which is linked down below as well, to where we do either a blue layout or a pink layout. And that challenge is pretty well cohesive here, except for I have this paper and a yellow paper. So when I was making this, I knew ahead of time, obviously, that Scrap and Amy was going to be doing a monochromatic pink and blue type layout. And so I decided to go as close as I could. So I'm following that challenge. I'm stretching the sketch into a 12 by 12. What is wrong with Miranda, and what have I done with her? Because let me tell you, this has been a fun layout and time to do. I was excited to try to get these photos taken care of because this sketch, as you can tell here, is pretty well spread out. It's working. I'm liking it. And then you'll see how I kind of come back in with another page on this paper and add it. So the collection that I'm using is No Limit by Coco Vanilla. I figured since there was a guy in the photo that this collection, obviously I would have used it for me too, but I don't have a lot of boyish papers, so I figured that this collection works well with this, because there's boys in the photos, or a man in the photo, I should say. So here I'm placing down all of these papers, and yes, I do have them where I'm not cutting the paper at all. I want it to set there, and I do know where my ending is for the middle pieces, so you'll be able to tell where I'm placing my photos. But this is one trick to line everything up, is to do what I'm doing here. Line it all the way up. Make sure that all of your photos are in line, all of this fun stuff. I know that they have them a little wonky, but because I am stretching it over essentially almost 2 pages, and trying to I want to make sure that I do have these straight, because I am adding not only my double page, but I am adding 5 photos. So I want to make sure that they're all ready to go. And then I did do all of my outlines on all of the photos and all of that. I am pulling in all of these stars, and I wanted to kind of keep some of the embellishments the same as what they had, which is the tag up on top, the half circle on the bottom. And so I did do that. And then this side where all the stars and stuff are at, that I just did myself. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to make this work. And I wanted to spread a little bit more so that this one side wasn't completely bare, or white space as we call it in the crafting world. So I thought it was pretty awesome to be able to do this. And the thing is that with Senator Ossoff, he got part of the January runoff. Not to get into politics or anything, but Senator Ossoff actually won the runoff that we had during the elections back in that. And so this was his first priority when he got into office, was to help fix the military families. And so that is one of them. And our installation here at Fort Gordon is definitely in some need of some help. And so that's what we were. So I was involved with that because, as you guys know, if you follow me on social media, before we moved into our family home that we're living in now, our permanent residence, I was a mayor for the housing units out at Fort Gordon, one of the mayors for one of the areas. So we as mayors were kind of like the liaison to what the housing units are doing for us as families and this, that, and the other. So that is why we were meeting with him and whatnot. So it's a big deal for us military families because some of our installations do not take care of us as well as they should. And so it still has been his mission. He definitely is still trying to make things be better. So I absolutely love how these stars look. So as you can tell, I placed them together. Now this is how I'm cutting. I'm just cutting along the edges, and you can't even tell that they were together in that sense. So here I am. I'm placing the rest of the embellishments that I want. I know that the strings for this tag goes down over the photos, but I didn't want to do that. I wanted them to kind of swing a little bit more on top to give that more embellishment cluster on top, more of a pizzazz. So that is that part. The still shots are coming up. Make sure that you like and subscribe to my channel. I would love to have you. There are about 35 to 40% of you that just come and look at it but not hit that subscribe button. So I would love to have you. I am trying to get to 4,000 by the end of this year, and I would just love to have you as part of my family. Make sure you go check out everybody else that is stretching this sketch. Here is the next set. I am doing my paint splatters like I always do. Make sure that you guys are all staying safe. Have a wonderful day. The still shots are coming up, and you guys all stay safe. Bye.